Hi there, it's Simon Hurley, and I'm here at the Ranger booth at Creativation, and I'm super excited to share another technique with you guys. Today I'm going to be using the Flower Builder Stencil to show you how to build up these flowers and create really cool florals for your cards. So this stencil has 3 different types of flowers in it that you can create. It's got all different layers in it, so you can create these flowers and make them look really beautiful with my new inks as well. Now the really cool part about these is since they're not stamps and it's in a stencil form, you can get different colors of gradation and really play around with how you want your flowers to look on your card. So let's get started. So I'm going to start out with this Flower Builder Stencil. I'm going to take this flower first, and you just got to line it up. I'll put it right here on the card. And then what I'm going to do is just grab my Rosy Cheeks color, and I'm on the Make Art station. This is Wendy's awesome new product. So I'm going to just put the magnets right there and there to hold the paper and stencil in place so it's not going to move, which is really nice. So I'll go into Rosy Cheeks. I'm going to just go in here. I dabbed off some of the ink and then I'll put it right into the project. This is so much fun. I love this Rosy Cheeks pink color, and it's going to add a really nice variation to this flower. So I like to start right in the center and give it the darkest area there, and then I'll go out to the edge and make it a little bit lighter there, so you get that really nice variety of color when you're doing this. And then I'll go in and I'll do the same thing on the other side here, so starting from the center, and I'll push it out. You want to be careful when you're blending these because they got those little areas in it, so you want to make sure you're going in the direction of those areas that they're cut out so that they don't fold on you. So once I'm done with that, I'll remove that from the station. And there you can see that fun floral you have. Now if you want to, you can go back in and line it up and add different colors in there too if you want to. So if you want to throw in an orange, you can do that. I'm just going to move on to the next layer here. So I'm going to grab this. You just want to line it up with the next area. It's pretty easy to kind of fit in place there. And then I'll put a magnet down there. Magnet down there. This thing is really awesome to hold things in place. Then I'll go into the Bee Sting color. This is a darker, kind of deeper red. I'm going to go into here, right in the center. I'm just careful around the edges. Now you could definitely tape it off or mask it if you want to. But I just kind of go in here. I'm a little bit lazy for that, and so you just want to make sure your blending tool doesn't hit the edge. And if you want to, you can also go in with the mini blending tools. These things are really awesome. They're the fine details. So you can get in all those little spaces and making sure you don't go outside the lines. So I'm going to take this slippery when wet ink then. I'm going to go inside here. Just going to add a little bit of yellow to that center, and since these are translucent, it'll turn into kind of this nice orange color too. So you can really add lots of depth and dimension to your flower, and look at that. That is awesome. And so again, like I said, if you don't want ink outside, you can definitely mask this off to create a cleaner look. So then there's also an inside to some of these flowers, so I'll line up the inner portion. I'm going to, again, take the 2 magnets and put them down. You can also hold your paper in place with that. And then I'm going to go in with one of my darker colors. I'll use Triple Berry here. This is a really nice deep purple. And I like these mini blending tools to get into little tiny details like this because this has lots of little spaces and you're able to get the sponge really into all those little grooves. That's great. So then I'm going to pull that off, and look, you have that really awesome floral image. But we're not done yet. I'm going to add some leaves to this flower too. So we've got lots of different varieties of leaves in here. So let's take this larger leaf. I'll add it right there onto my stencil. And then I'm going to go in with some of this Overzealous. This is a lighter green color. I love this. It's super nice and bright, kind of a lime color. And I'll go in here. I'm just going to bring that right up to the edge. Now again, if you're a big fan of masking, you can definitely go in and take that. But all I do is just go right along the edge of that. And that's perfect for me. Now if you want to, you can also, again, go in there with a smaller blending tool, go around some of those edges, and really kind of fill in the rest of that area. Now also you can go in and do some more shading. Again, this is really the awesome part about this stencil. So if I wanted to go in with some later Gator, which is a nice dark green, I can go in there and add that right down onto the surface. Let me move this. I'll put another leaf in here too, so that's really fun. And then we'll throw down another leaf right there, right next to it. I like to kind of cluster the leaves together to give a really awesome look. So again, I'm going to go in here. I kind of turn my blending tool at an angle to fit it into there. Go right up to the edge. And if you want to leave a little white space, you can. I tend to do that. And then I'll go in again with some later Gator. Add a little bit of shading to the leaf. Super fun. So that's how you create one of those flowers on your card. Now if you want to also create a fun background for it, a really great background stencil that I have that's kind of elegant is this new Backsplash Stencil. So this is super awesome. It's kind of got that, starry design on there. It's such a fine design, and it's gonna go really nicely with this floral. I'll just open the package quickly here and take out the stencil. I'm just gonna add it on there. I'm not gonna do the full background, I'll kind of fade it out. So I'm gonna go in and put all these magnets down. This really holds it down in place, and you don't have to take off your project then, which again is super awesome and one of my favorite things. So I'm gonna grab a blending tool quickly. And then I'm going to grab Woof. Now this is a nice kind of gray color named after my dog here. And I'm just going to bring in some of this color. Again, I go right up to the edge. Kind of butt it up against that flower. And the nice part about this is you get that really awesome blending right along your flower. And you don't have to do any masking when you do this. It just leaves a little bit of space there, so there's a little bit of a white line. And you're able to really easily add this quick background in. You can see I tap off my color each time in between, so there's no harsh line as I'm going in here. This ink really does blend beautifully. So that's the really nice part about having that nice water-based ink. It gives it a little bit of time before it dries and everything to kind of blend around and move everything so that there's no harsh lines in there. So I'll go in, I'll go right in between these leaves. And then to fade this out, I'm going to take just whatever's left over on my blending tool. I'll go in here. It doesn't look like much, but when you're kind of fading out the color, you just want to add a little bit there, and it'll kind of fade into the rest of that background. So then I'm going to pull off these magnets and look at that fun card. So you can add more than one floral in here. Again, there's different varieties of florals. Here I have another one that I made with that same stencil, so you get lots of value with that one stencil. There's 3 different flowers inside that you can make, and you got lots of different leaves. And you can create really awesome cards. So I would just add a sentiment, pop this onto a card, and there you go. You have a really simple and easy project for next time you want to create. I cannot wait for you guys to get this in your hands. It's shipping in February, so I cannot wait to see what you create with my new Simon Hurley Create line of products.
Thanks so much, Simon. Hey everyone, this is Kelly again, behind the camera. I wanted to take you over to Simon's boards actually and show some of his samples. So I'm just going to walk you over. Simon has made some really awesome cards with his new line with us. So this is his stamp from his polymer clear stamp set. Oh, the mat he was working on is the new Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station. Here's that flower builder stencil he was just using, and he's was able to achieve a watercolor look with it. This is her stamp from his Dudes 2 clear stamp set as well. And here's just a few more. This is from his Bestest Friends set. And let's see. Space Training. That is the astronaut set. This is Trampoline Friends. And there's that flower builder and backsplash stencil again. This is from his Painted Lines background stamps, as well as his polymer clear stamps, Bestest Friends. Look at those little children, all watercolored in with his inks. Space Trading. I love this one. This, he actually made it so this little rocket ship can move around the card. It's really cute. These are designed after his dogs, and in the background there, that is his Splinter background stamp. Space Training. This one is a really fun one with this little guy here. This is the tree that is in the Trampoline Friends set, and then he's created this watercolor background sleeves. I really love that one. This is classic flannel background. with one of the characters from Dudes 2. And then this is Flower Garden background stamp. So all of his products really work very well together to achieve different looks. And that's it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will be live again next with Dina Wakely.